Okay, I'm gonna start recording. Unfortunately, last week's recording of this game did not survive. I'm not entirely sure what happened to it, but it didn't make it. Um, which sucks because there was a lot of good RP last week. Um, First of all, everyone should have leveled, which should put everyone at level 5. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I was worried that you didn't catch that, Reardon. So I was all excited about telling everyone, and then I got sidetracked, and then you logged off, and then I was like, oh crap, don't forget you're at level 5. And I
And
tried,
so now we take a 5 to 10 minute break while
yeah,
himself.
I tried to catch you in Discord, but apparently you didn't catch sight of that during the week. Um, why don't we give you a few minutes to go ahead and level your character real quick? Hopefully it won't take you very long. But you have the benefit of 3 people to answer questions for you if you need it.
okay. What?
While you're doing that, Sky could be giving us a recap of what happened last week, though. If you wanted to. Let's see if I can successfully throw him under the bus again.
Guys, ineffectively trying to open a freaking plastic bag with tortilla chips in it for my salad, and yeah, they make these stupid things. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Last week we did stuff. What did we do? All right. Give me a
Okay.
moment while I look at the video. Oh wait. Sorry. Resist. Let's see here. We went um back out to the farm. Um, we head out to the farm and we stay the night about 1 or 2 football fields away from the farm, whatever this football thing is. And then we wake up in the morning and we go to the barn, and their car is waiting for a cue, and he goes and starts setting up wood next to the outside of the barn so that he can light it on fire and kill this dude. And I went in and stayed away so that I could, run away in the case that he was going to light the fire. And we had a heart to heart with a necromancer. It was so sweet. We explained that the town didn't want him there, and gave him options of, finding another town that might want his services, but go in and talk to those people firsthand before you just automatically set shop up and then they get upset over it. The fact that he's halfling and there's a halfling town nearby, and one that happens to know what all went on with his son, which we hadn't gotten to. But to deal with that politics stuff so that maybe they're well versed in what he's trying to do and that he is trying to help them, and we might see him again and blah 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 blah. Sometime during this portion, Valakhad asked about the creepy doll, or I guess it wasn't creepy, but I still consider it creepy, out of character. But anyways,
No, it's definitely a creepy doll. But go ahead.
but yeah, so the doll that kind of just sits there watching everybody, and he pushes a rune on the hand, and he gets like this little holographic clip, video clip essentially, of his son, and explained that the reason that he is doing this, which of course he left out when we were here before, which would have at least helped in our situation, but whatever. That the reason that he's doing this is because his son was killed by these orcs, and that have been all around the land, raising farms, raising villages, and had, at the start of our campaign, taken the clan mother hostage. So that is his reasoning behind doing what he was doing, and it was actually kind of sweet. So we had a little bit of a heart to heart, talking about his son, and that his son would be proud of him, and that he should definitely move on, just because it'd just be the easier way of doing things. And then he kind of gave a slightly veiled threat of the fact that someday Alston and others will need his help and will be sorry that they had essentially shunned him away, which don't know if that means that he's going to come back with vengeance, or if orcs are going to show up and he's going to be like, yeah, sucks to be you, bitches. But then we made our way back to Austin, talked with the clan council, Rowan Council of Austin, and explained all of that to them, and that he was leaving, and then we watched him leave. Or no, wait, no, that's not what. No, that angry freaking dwarf was there. So we Durkar had burnt the barn lit it on fire anyways, just to deal with the rest of the dead that was in the barn that hadn't been turned to undead yet. So smoke could be seen from town. So we told out loud the council that it had been taken care of. And then Valakhad, not I Baron, but I Valakhad, with my mind link, told Hadar that we had to let him go and that he was going to find another town and hopefully do the politics thing, but that he is gone. And I told him about the story with his son being killed and all that kind of stuff, which again I wished that he would have explained to us the day before, because that would have possibly helped explain things to the council when we came back the day before whatever. And the council gave us some money and a dagger, which I have not identified yet, and we let Wendella, I think Wendella, yes, Wendella, grandmother, know that we have a group name named Valkyries. And I think that is it. It was 3 p.m.-ish as we were leaving the council building. And upon getting out of the council building, I handed each person 15 platinum pieces. Once we were out and away from everybody else.
Nice. Sounds like you guys had a very productive session. Really wish I could have recorded it.
Forgot
We'll blame
the
it on the stupid
mysterious
mind players.
appearances of darts.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, darts.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Asshole dragonborn. asshole lizard.
Well, he doesn't want to keep saying he's lucky.
And someday might have a lucky lizard paw.
Yeah, tail. That seems more appropriate.
Does he have a tail though?
No.
Oh. I don't
I think
know.
the only ones that have tails are the certain breed
The
from
sub-dragonborn species.
the certain breed from Mercer's world.
No, it's in D&D, I believe. They have, I thought I read that, but I could be wrong.
White has the Mercer stuff, so it's in the compendium, but it's something that Mercer put together. Racken Blood Dragonborn from Explorer's Guide to Wildermount.
Yeah, I consider Mercer being D&D 5.5. He comes up with some good shit.
Okay, so you guys have just exited council chambers in Elston. Um, Valakhad has given everyone 15 platinum. Which did you put on Aramil's character sheet?
I did.
Okay. Then, what now?
I would like to find a shop. I don't know if there is one here. I'm sure there is one here, but that would have you know, possibly a set of jewelry.
I'm sorry, I said what?
Jewelry. Rings.
A set of rings?
Yeah, like two. Here's a good number of rings, right?
Well, I mean,
Sure.
otherwise it's just a ring without the S.
Sure, you can find a pair of rings in the shop. Are you looking for something specific or just any old pair of rings?
I am looking for something specific. Um, Nothing too flashy, by all means, but I am hoping to find a pair of matching platinum rings.
I could make those when we get back to town. We got the platinum to survive the material.
Okay. Well, I guess we could do that too.
But then they might turn out to be like crap. Who knows?
Okay, if you want to try to make them, that's cool. Or you can, platinum rings, probably not gonna be able to pick those up in Alston. It's a little bit too small for that kind of thing.
Okay.
Um, so you guys gonna try to go make it at the blacksmiths or what? Well, the smithy, I should say.
I'll make him if he wants, but he's got to ask me. At least I'll attempt to anyway.
Then I will look at you and say, with your blacksmithing skill, would you be able to make us a pair of platinum rings?
You got a monkey in your pocket?
I'll start checking my pockets.
A monkey?
He said us, so.
Trust me, you will benefit from this.
I can give it a shot, but I can't do that here.
Do you see a blacksmith station forge area in this town, or?
Yeah, there's definitely a smithy in town.
Yes, we will head over there and we'll ask the smith if there's any possible way that he would let my lucky golden lizard friend pound some rings out for us. In Dwarvish, of course.
He stops hammering the blade blank that he's working on. Kind of looks you up and down. Then looks over at Durkar, the Dragonborn. Kind of gawks at him for a few moments before putting the blank back in the hot coals of the forge. He says, that'll cut into the time I have to work today. Then he kind of looks you up and down again and says, how about 10 gold to make it worth my while?
Quick question. Does my smith tools come with an anvil? Or is it just the hammers and tongs and repair kits type stuff?
I imagine you have a small anvil. Maybe. Oh, it'll actually tell you in the compendium.
I hate smiths. Oh my god.
What?
All I can find is Smith 2 proficiency. I want the tools inclusions themselves. I can never search for anything stupid in that game.
These special tools include the items needed to pursue a craft in the smith trade.
That and I dropped my phone, so I'm kind of cursing at myself.
Oh, of course, it doesn't give you an exact list of what's in them.
Everything else does, but not this.
I imagine there's a small anvil in there. Why do you ask?
Well, all I need to do is borrow the fire. And then in that, I had my own. Wait. Okay, off topic. When you asked me to do the ring, the first thing I thought was building these rings with dragon breath instead of normal fire. I was thinking, what would that change the aspect of anything?
I think you can only do that like twice, 2 or 3 times or something like that. I don't know if that would heat the metal. I don't know if that would be up to white, but
Yeah, you'd have trouble getting enough consistent breath to melt the metal down without the aid of a forge.
Okay. Yeah, so basically all I would need, if I could find this properly, is okay, here we go. Hammers, tongs, charcoal, rags, and a whetstone, so no anvil.
Okay. Guess that answers that question.
Finally found it. Okay,
I'll look at the I'm guessing dwarf and
Yes, dwarf.
say, why don't we make it 12 and give them 12 gold?
He smiles, takes the gold, and just kind of nods his head. Says, "It's all yours." And he puts down the hammer and the gloves and the apron and walks away and yeah.
I will give Durkar 11 platinum. And say put 10.5 platinum into one ring and 10.5 platinum into a second ring.
Alrighty, I'll need dimensions of the fingers being used so I can make a mold. Or do you want it bended, flattened clasp?
Yeah, these are way too many questions.
You asking someone to make something specific.
Needs to be a ring that will fit, generally speaking, most humanoid fingers. I.e., yours or an elf's or a gnome's or a ...
Well, I think mine would be like thicker than the average. But okay, I'll get to work making the molds, I guess. While I put the platinum in a crucible in the fire.
Okay. Give me smithing tools check with intelligence, and then one with strength. Actually, dexterity would probably be better for the second one.
With proficiency bonuses?
Yeah, you should be able to just use your
Oh, yeah, I got you.
the tool thing on the left-hand side of your character sheet. When you click on it, it should pop up with a thing asking you which stat you want to use. Okay, okay. You struggle to get the uh, patterns correct, and you have to remake them several times because they're either flawed or they fall apart when you're trying to pour the metal or something to that effect. But once you get the patterns done, basically it slows you down. So this takes a lot longer than you wanted it to. But once you get the patterns done, the actual work itself goes by perfectly without a hitch. And at the end of the night, a lot longer than you had wanted. But at the end of the night, you have two near perfect platinum rings.
I'll shoot the blacksmith 10 more gold because it took longer than expected.
Yeah, the blacksmith went hours ago.
I'll leave it on his anvil.
Okay.
And the 10.5 platinum work so that they are worth at least 50 gold each.
Yeah, that's fine. But on that note, it is for Durkard. It is past midnight, and yeah, you spent all evening trying to craft these rings. Is any Reardon or Valakhad, do you guys want to do anything during this time frame?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
I I will spend an hour each for 2 sleep herbs and tinctures, and 2 hours.
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
An hour each for 2 sleep tinctures, and then oh crap, where did I do that? 2 hours prep, 2 hours for trying to make a greater healing potion.
Okay, give me 3 rolls. Okay. You do actually end up with 4 of the sleep tinctures, even though you only used ingredients for 2. You're able to filter them and dilute them just enough that you can make them stretch. On the other hand, the greater healing potion it comes out successfully. But it is just 1 potion.
Sounds good. When Urkar gets back to the inn, I will offer him the potion of greater healing as thanks for making the rings.
Thank you.
Oh, look at you guys making things for each other.
I will put my 1 ring on my finger, and I will put the other ring in my pocket next to my monkey.
Next to your what?
Next to the monkey that I was looking for earlier.
Oh, okay. Just to clarify, it's not the 1 ring. You don't get to rule them all.
Aww.
I mean, Durkar's a pretty good smith, but he's not that good.
I want a 5 ring, +5 to all.
Good luck with that. Um, okay, anything else for you guys tonight?
think that is it. Room's been taken care of and food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to bed.
Any identifying?
I should probably identify. Yes, that's
It's up,
probably what I should do.
that's up to you.
Spend time as a ritual and press my fingers over this beautiful blue dagger. And I will explain to Reardon that I got the same mental pull on this dagger as I did on the one that you are currently carrying. I think this is part of that set, and it may be beneficial for you to carry this one as well.
Okay. I could get to where I was. Yes, it looks kind of like the one that I have. Hmm?
Okay. I believe that's all you have to identify.
Yep.
So I guess you're in a tavern. You guys gonna do watches or?
I wasn't planning on it,
Okay.
but then again, I'm not an elf, so I usually don't plan on it.
Okay, so you guys wake up in the morning, refreshed. You're welcome to do your long rest buttons.
I wake up thankful that I don't have a dart in my neck.
Uh, so what are you guys doing this morning?
Well, right.
Waking up.
We'll meet everybody in the common room and discuss what we're doing next.
Yeah. Good idea. I want to pack up my gear and go to the common room.
Okay. At this point in the day, you guys are pretty much the only ones in here. There's a barkeep kind of wandering and puttering back behind the bar. Um, looks like he's kind of absent-mindedly, um, cleaning something or doing something related to the bar.
We'll go up to him and ask, excuse me, I was told that there was a white sea up here somewhere to the north. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, straight north of us.
Do you happen to know which of the deities lay claim to that sea?
Well, Estra claims pretty much any body of water larger than a bathtub. Um,
Is there any uh, temples or places of worship for her that you know of up there?
okay, Dirk, I'll go for it. Um, there was once a rumor of a temple to Estra far to the east of here. Um, It's it's like um it's like a old wives' tale or children's story of this great temple to Estra. Um, Along the north shore where the mountains meet the water. I don't know if it's true or not, but
That could help me hopefully find it if it is there. Um, Thank you very much for your words of wisdom, and I will put a gold down on the table for him.
well, thank you. He picks it up and kind of uses it to clean off one of his teeth, and then drops it into his coin purse.
I suppose I would ask Aramel, who's not here, um, if he knows of where the mountains meet the shore. Mountains meet the water on the north shore of the White Sea, and approximately how far that might be in these lands. And of course, ask loudly enough that, Bairn and Reardon can also hear. Also Durkar, but, he's not from here, so if he knows where it's at, I'd be really intrigued.
West.
Um, Aramil will say he's heard the rumor, but he's not actually seen it himself. Um, He'll also say that um, he knows there are 2 mountain ranges east of here, one of which he's not sure goes all the way to the water. And that if it does, the second one is probably 2 or so weeks away. So it would be a long trip.
Then with that, I will say, Durkar, didn't you have something in the halfling village that you needed to take care of? Maybe we should head there and get your stuff taken care of.
If we're planning on leaving the area, it'd be prudent to take care of what's close. We can head there, get that taken care of.
You're right in that, she should all just focus on.
You'd be faster, quicker, whatever. For us to get to Horton than it would be to get wherever this Estrin temple is to the east. And the Estrin temple isn't something that needs to be done right away, just someday.
Let's head on over there. I'm gonna drop this off.
After breakfast, we'll head out.
Okay, by me. And while we're traveling, I'll get attuned to Bream.
I don't think it has an attunement. No. Allows the attuned user. Maybe it is.
It what?
Is Rhyme and Zephyr supposed to be attuned? Or is it attuned as one item for the set?
One item for the set.
If
So
you're
it's,
already attuned to Zephyr, you're attuned to Rhyme as well.
oh, okay. Either way was fine.
In character, I don't know if we know this yet, but there's 4 of the daggers in the set. So seeing as you can only attune yourself to 3 items, that'd be really awkward.
Okay, so you guys are doing what now? After breakfast?
I think we're gonna head out towards Corton. We needed to go out there and ask them for food for Van Hall, and Ricard had something to give somebody out there or something.
Yeah, I got a war pick and a chain shirt to give to Ostrik's family or to himself if he's still alive. I can't remember if he was dead or not.
He was wounded. Gravely wounded. So, as at this point, as far as you know, he's still alive. Okay, okay, so who's leading the group?
Yes, I'll lead again.
Baron will help.
Okay, are you guys just following the road?
I would imagine so.
Okay, Durkar, give me a survival check.
It's already there.
Alright. Sorry.
Just trying to, keep the words you have to actually speak to a minimum. That way you don't have to come up with new stuff every time.
Yeah,
What I just heard is that he said when you speak, it's painful.
actually, that's not wrong today.
Ash Munch.
No, I'm not feeling so hot, so.
No, not painful to you, to him.
Oh, I see.
Double Ash Munch.
Okay. During the travel, or during your travels, um, it's a quiet day. There's not really a whole lot going on. Um, you pass um, the occasional fellow traveler. Nothing too exciting. Maybe a farmer with a couple cows, or a goat herd or something like that. Goat herder or something like that. Nothing terribly exciting. About halfway through the day, wow. Okay. Um, sorry, I just read Sky's message in Roll20.
He called me an ass muncher.
Yes, I know.
I wanted to clarify.
I said double.
Anyway, um, day's pretty quiet. A couple of random passersby. Nothing too serious there. Halfway through the day, um, probably about half an hour or so before you would normally stop for lunch, if you stopped for lunch. Um, I guess maybe I should rephrase that as about half an hour before lunchtime. Um, it starts to sprinkle, and then steadily the rain starts to fall harder. And by the time lunch actually rolls around, it's raining pretty heavy.
And it's a good idea. Keep
What's that?
I just suggested, since it's a pouring down rain, we necessarily don't want to stop, okay, to eat. So we keep moving.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Um, you decide to stick it out and continue on through lunch and continue on your travels through the day. Um, and as the sun starts to set, um, the rain has let up some, but it is still pouring pretty heavily. Visibility is, especially in the dark, is limited to within about um, 10 feet or so of your person.
I would, as night is approaching, and I don't do so well at dark hour stuff. I would ask Reardon, can you find a place for us off the path that would happen to have approximately a 10-foot radius?
I can give it a shot. And I'll start traveling off to the left of the trail and looking for a spot.
Okay. Give me a survival check, Reardon. Or
Oh,
perception. Or perception. I'll let you do either one. It's up to you.
let's try perception. I like that. I got two. Ooh,
Pretty good roll.
what I'll do is I'll start going back, but I'll mark the trees so I can find the spot again.
Okay. Um. You head out amongst the trees away from the road, and takes you about 20 minutes searching the um, hmm. Takes about 20 minutes before you find a small cabin. Um, it's in bad shape. Um, Obviously abandoned, and it's not going to keep you completely dry, but it should keep the majority of the water off you as long as you um, are careful about where you step. I mean, there's some pools inside it, but other than that, it's
Outside the cabin, is there a 10-foot radius area that might be nice and comfortable in the grass?
um sure, why not?
Then I will spend some time casting a spell, like say 11 minutes. And
Okay.
cast it ritually.
Okay. So you're gonna cast that ritually and create a hut outside the cabin.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of makes the cabin moot at this point.
I mean, we could do it inside if there's 10 feet inside that we can do it in. It has no area, I guess.
I mean, if you guys wanted to move some stuff out of the way, it probably would fit.
We could do that. But I would ask that everybody please huddle around me as I cast a spell. There's something that came to me a couple nights ago. No, a night ago. Yeah, one night ago, last night. That Estra has blessed me with a few more spells in my repertoire that I can use, and this one may benefit us in this specific instance. And once everybody's around me, I will start casting my 11-minute spell. And once it is cast, I will say, "You can come and go as you please." But I need to stay here as the center. And yeah, we'll be good.
Okay. Do you alter the color or transparency or anything like that?
If we're in the cabin, the ramshackle cabin, I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are in this cabin inside the hut. Now what? Oh, and it's pouring rain, which happens to look pretty cool coming down on top of this hut.
Heck, a lot better than my plan of action.
What was your plan of action?
Cut tree boughs off and lay them on top of the roof. Go holes where
That would
lighten
have
down.
worked.
But anyway, this works just fine. It's not as much work.
Gives you
Magic.
more time to do other stuff.
Yeah, magic can be a great shortcut, but it's not always the best one.
They don't want to hear that.
Hmm.
I mean, if a tiny hut protects you against 12-legged dragon creatures, then you're all good.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it literally fell asleep right on top of you, so.
We never even figured out what that was.
Nope. I mean, let's be honest. Everyone in the party just assumed it was a dragon. So.
Or thought it was a snake with legs. Everybody else was like, "It's dragon."
How big is the hut? Sorry.
10-foot radius, centered around me.
Okay, so what you guys doing? You got um some time to kill before you would have to normally go to bed. Before you would normally have to go to bed. Um, just shy of 4 hours. So, you guys want to do anything with that time, or
I
Say, I'm
I
here.
redo that and say that I'm gonna go do some herb checking and then cast that later.
that's fine.
Okay. Since it's duration 8 hours, and that would kind of suck to wake up drenched in 4 hours after we go to bed. Um. Then in that case, I will go look for herbs, uh, healing herbs.
Okay, give me a survival check. How long you want to do that?
Let's go 3 hours.
Okay.
Ah, wrong button.
You said 3 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, you go out searching for herbs. It's not particularly easy to find herbs in the pouring rain. But you check the places that can be um, religiously, and you do happen to find 3 herbs. Unfortunately, the rain has made it difficult to find any more.
Sounds great.
I'm gonna go out and look for a mushroom.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything? Durkar, Reardon?
They're first going to look for
No,
herbs.
I'm gonna go look for a mushroom.
Mushrooms?
Yep.
Any kind of mushrooms in particular?
Nope. Non-poisonous, of course, but no, I don't need any other certain type. Just a mushroom.
A red one with white dots that make you grow bigger.
Ooh yeah, that'd be cool.
Hmm. Um,
And to do so, can I use the aid of locate object, or is it not work on mushrooms?
go ahead and link the spell. And give me a survival check while you're at it.
That fucking hard 20.
Um, assuming you've seen a mushroom before.
Well, I would think so. Yeah.
Okay. You find a large patch of mushrooms.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry. You find a large patch of mushrooms. Using this spell. Um, big mushrooms, like about half the size of your fist. Um, probably make a good meal.
All right. I'll grab. Well, I'll grab a couple.
Like two?
Well, I only need one, but I'll grab 3 or 4.
Oh,
Just
okay.
go.
What is this for again?
Something I haven't used, but I'm going to try for the fun of it. But I can't do it at the moment anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, you find your mushroom.
And then while I'm out there, I'm going to practice that one too.
Practice it.
Well, I'm going to cast it. So while I'm out there looking for mushrooms, I'm going to take 10 minutes and cast my find steed.
Steve, where are you? Steve? Is there a Steve
Steve.
around here?
Yes, you find a steed named Steve. Um, yeah. What does your mount look like? Don't forget, it has to be a an actual mount, not like a magical griffin or something like that. That would be a later spell.
No, it's going to be a riding lizard.
Sounds good.
Not a great, just a smaller version of it.
Okay, and that's without the climbing part of it until
Yeah,
greater
it won't
steed.
have the climbing ability, but
Okay.
it will be a rainbow scaled version. So when you look at it, you'll get a different color scales from all directions or sunlights and shades, stuff like that.
Nice. Okay. You summon yourself a riding lizard.
Then probably spend about another hour or so practice the riding with it, so I can become more accustomed to the way it moves.
Okay, sounds good. Um, Go ahead and give me an animal handling check just for fun.
Ah, damn you.
What? Oh.
I really hate R20, damn it. Here, hold on.
I've actually been giving you advantage on these because. Oh,
There.
I'll go with
There's
that
my
one.
roll. Stupid machine. You can do what you want. I'm just saying. It hates me so bad.
Well, as much as I understand your frustration, um, I promise you it has no feelings towards you one way or the other.
You never know. I mean, this whole AI thing that's coming out the last like 20 years, but still, it's coming out.
Eh. Okay. So you got your mushrooms and um the riding lizard seems to be responding to you fairly well. I mean, it's not a perfect bond as yet, but you got time.
All right, and then when I get back, I'm going to hang the mushrooms over the fire and dry them out.
Sounds good. So now what, guys?
Reardon is going to sculpt us a really awesome something or other with his awesome skills.
What? My awesome skills.
I'm guessing we are heading to bed. I will do my little casty spelly thingy and then go to bed.
Okay. Is that what you're gonna say, Reardon? Sound like you started to say something.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay. Then you guys head to bed. You guys doing watches?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Who's first watch and so on?
Oh. I'll take first watch, I guess.
Caramel second.
Okay. Reardon, go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. Before anyone else even goes to sleep, you guys look over at Reardon to see if he's ready for his watch, and he's already snoring. So, who else wants to take first watch?
I guess Aramil will take the first watch, and assuming he doesn't pass out, he will go wake up Reardon after his 4 hours is up.
Sounds good. Give me a perception check. Very good.
Hey, we might make it through the night.
Hmm. Sorry if it seemed like I'm struggling a bit tonight, guys. Um. Wow. Okay, um as you guys head off to bed with Aramil taking the first watch that Reardon fell asleep on. Um, the rain continues to fall, and the uh, the rain against the dome continues to make a very um, relaxing and peaceful evening for you. Um, well, although, let's see. The rain does start to um, lessen by the end of the 4 hour period, and by the time first watch is up, it is barely more than a sprinkle. But it is still coming.
Or Aramil will go over to Reardon and tap his foot. And when he wakes, in typical Ray fashion, say, when you agree to take first watch, you're actually supposed to stay up for it.
Oh, well, hopefully I can stay up for the second one.
And then Aramil will go get in his trance.
Okay.
Unnatural one.
Reardon, give me another perception check if you wouldn't mind. Are you
Sis.
serious?
That
Okay.
is awesome.
Um.
That's stupid but awesome.
Damn.
Wow.
That's it. I ain't taking no more watches.
Durkar thinks roll 20 hates him. Damn.
Sorry about all that, but had to clean soda out of my room. But that is hilarious. Yes.
God, I can't just let him get away with a second nat one in a row.
He falls on the darts I laid out as traps.
Da 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 da. Okay. What is your spell DC, Valakhad?
Hold on a second.
16.
You said my DC?
Yeah, I was actually asking Valakhad.
Oh,
Sorry. Um. Not sure how to MCH a page. What's MCH?
Oh, make a page. That's what it's supposed to
Oh,
be. I was
okay.
typing with it. I was thinking Sky could take care of that. Way you just take care of the story narrative.
Okay. Everyone, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
jeez.
Durkar?
Second, I had to reload the page. Darn it.
Okay. Um, you all wake up in the morning. The
Oh, did I got to roll for the lizard? My mount too.
You actually summoned it, right?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
That's why I was hoping to get the stats. Oh, he's putting it on.
All right, you should have access to it.
All right, so just a normal wisdom.
Unless it has perception.
It's
Yeah.
got a passive of 10.
Okay, then just normal wisdom. Twice, please. Although, I'm guessing I'll probably end up taking 4 anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you guys all wake up in the morning. You guys are soaked to the bone. Um, yeah, you're soaked to the bone.
I hate being wet. What happened to your dome?
It's 8 hours centered on me.
Well, when you guys woke up, it wasn't there. It was gone.
And the last 8 hours centered on me. Means we must have slept longer than 8 hours.
Um, Give me either a nature or survival check, Valakhad.
The nature of survival.
Yeah, nature or survival.
Both of them suck. Let's try this.
Okay, see, I'm trying to figure out how to put this. My head is not working right. I apologize, guys. Um,
Oh, I forgot to mention my steed is also celestial.
sure thing.
So it's a rainbow.
It's a rainbow.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
A rainbow-colored riding lizard. Gotcha. Um, Okay. Valakhad, considering the position of the sun when you woke up, your um bubble hut should have still been active for several more minutes at least.
Was I still in the center?
Yes.
Then I'm extremely confused based on how the spell reads.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Hmm. Uh. Well, unfortunately, with a 9, I don't think you would understand what happened. So, um, yeah. Some reason the spell ended early. You have no clue why. Um, Reardon,
Yes.
you would have noticed that you had fallen asleep again. But whether you want to inform the party of that is up to you.
As soon as everybody's awake, I'm gonna let them know I fell asleep again.
I'm personally not too worried about it, but I'm sure that if Aramel was here, he would say something about it. Also, I'm sure if a certain dwarf that chose work over us was here, he would also say something about
I'm sure he would.
it.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Apparently waking up.
Gonna make
Oh.
a fire and try to dry out a little bit before we head out. Is it still raining, by the way?
It's kind of drizzling. It's not pouring anymore by any means, but it's just that light soaking drizzle that you get sometimes.
And we got a full rest, or
Yeah, you guys got full rest. Some of you more than one.
I'm ready for a walk.
Was that the first night since you left town, or is that the second night?
First, we slept in town. Well, I mean, we leveled, we slept in town, and then we left, and this is our first night out of town.
Okay. Are my pauses between responses as long as I feel like they are?
what do you feel like they are?
Really, really long.
Well, you know, if you stopped watching the show, it might be a little quicker. No,
I
I don't
wish I was watching something, to be honest.
hear that, guys. He doesn't like us anymore.
No, it's that would give me an excuse for my short or long responses. Because at this point, I don't really have one. I just my mind just isn't working. Um. So are they that bad? I mean,
No, I don't
no.
think so.
Okay, I don't feel so bad then.
No, I was just giving you a little shit because you said something.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like I'm sitting here like 10 minutes between every question that you guys ask.
No worries. Like I said, I was cleaning soda off my room for a good portion of the beginning of the night.
Off your room?
Yeah, when I was telling you I wanted to find mushrooms and summon my steed, the soda fell off my table, so I went all over the place. I was cleaning it.
That
Well,
sucks.
that's why I didn't take any watches because I was too busy.
You're not supposed to put Mentos in soda and shake it up inside the house.
Or put aluminum cans on a very slick table, move the table, and the soda decides not to go with it.
Oh, I hate that. I had one time my sister brought me a soda, and I dropped it, and the very um, it fell on the very corner of the table leg, and apparently the material of this soda can was like crap, because it didn't just poke a hole, it literally split the entire can open, so the soda just went everywhere. Um, to this day, I'm still finding places where I wasn't able to get it as clean as I wanted it to. The floor just got covered in it. It's a good thing I've got a hardwood floor in my bedroom. But man, that can it didn't even puncture. It just split open. It's just shrapnel, man. It's ridiculous.
Sounds like you got one of those special firework cans.
Okay, so you guys are up and going. It's 8 o'clock. Well, quarter after. So let's go ahead and take a break now, and we'll pick this up in a bit.
Okay.
Hey, Sky. See, Sky does go places. He didn't answer.
That or he sits here ignoring you.
That too, but then he'd be a meanie.
No, I had to pee, so.
No, I was thinking if we wanted to add under language or under a bio description or something, that I can telepathically communicate with them up to 1 mile.
You know that. You know that. You don't need to.
Okay.
Fine.
Alright, cool enough.
Honestly, even just putting Draconic in there doesn't really matter because it shares a language with you, whether that's Common or Draconic or whatever. But the 6 intelligence would be important if it needs to do some kind of intelligence-based roll.
Now, does it level up as I do, or is it just that all the time?
It's that all the time. That is quote unquote your steed. And then when you get the greater steed, then I would imagine you just get the extra ability, or you can summon other things that probably are better that fly.
Okay.
What? You get sick?
No, it just goes in and goes out.
Oh.
Doesn't stabilize, and then I get stomach cramps when I do eat. So I'm back to laying down again. It just wears me out.
Sorry about that. My dog literally would not let me get back to the damn computer. Now go. Shoo. Damn horse. Okay. Sorry about the wait there, guys. Um, I believe you guys have just woken up from a rest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you want to begin your day?
Continue drudging forward.
If that's what you want to do. Um, Your car, give me a perception check.
Hang on 1 sec.
Oh, is this for something else?
This is for something else.
Okay. Baron will
Um,
help with the survival check later.
okay. Let's see.
You said perception?
Yeah. Um, Actually, Valakhad, give me a perception check as well. I think yours is unique enough that it would have drawn some attention. Okay. Um, that 7 was your perception check, right, Durkar?
Correct.
Okay. Just double checking to make sure it wasn't from previously. Um, Even with the 7, the two of you notice that as you go to grab your things and start to head out, um, your weapons are gone. Your trident, Valakhad, and Durkar, your double-bladed scimitar.
I will search the area for clues.
I will help him.
Okay, give me an investigation check with advantage because you were being helped.
That's all right.
Really? Are you sure it's just roll 20 that hates you? Huh. Okay. Um, there's an awful lot of footsteps in around this camp, but you can't tell for sure whether they're um just you guys wandering around camp doing things, or if you guys had visitors or not.
Well, we obviously had visitors because our shit's missing.
Makes sense.
Not trusting your dome thing anymore.
Well, if we weren't in the dome, we'd still have had visitors.
I'm supposed to keep them out.
It is supposed to keep them out. This is the first time that I have ever cast it. I don't know what happened. Maybe I said a word wrong or something when I was doing it last night. I don't know. But regardless, whoever or whatever is around here would have taken our weapons had we not had the dome.
Huh?
And I'll send my dragon up into the trees and look around from higher vantage point.
Okay. Do you want your um are you trying to get your Drake to do a investigation check on his own, or with you in control?
We'll do him on his own.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Dirkar?
I'll do him on his own.
On his own, okay. Um, then give me a perception check off of his sheet. I was gonna say it can't be any worse than yours, and then I saw the 4, and I swear, guys, I was gonna, yeah.
Well, there's no advantage to him or disadvantage to him. So there we
I know,
go.
it's just that was the first number I saw when I looked at it. I was like, seriously.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Um, So you have a telepathic bond with this thing, right?
Correct.
Let's see. Okay, he comes back. And comments to you that um he sees a trail of tracks heading off to the east.
Well, we got ourselves a trail going eastward. And I'll point in two different directions because I don't know where east is.
Yeah, I was about to be like, and I look around, and I look around, and I look around, and
So
I see no water. So yeah, I have no clue. And I see water, but I don't see, you know.
I'll have the dragon. I'll have my pseudo dragon specify more clearly by facing the direction he saw the tracks, or the direction the tracks were headed.
Okay. He'll just kind of give you a psychic sigh and fly over to where he sees the tracks begin.
We're going that way.
I will follow.
You're not allowed to follow. No.
I will lead Reardon while walking towards the dragon, the pseudo dragon, randomly at its side ish, allowing it to guide without me behind it so that I am not following. Yeah, that.
I'm gonna get on my lizard and follow the dragon.
Okie doke.
After collecting all my things first.
Okay. You begin to follow the tracks. Um. It. They lead you out into the forest. Um, and while the tracks near the camp were nearly invisible, um, after about let's see, after about 12, 12, see, after about, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour, um, and the tracks kind of twisting and turning through the trees. Um, stupid dog. Um, you come upon basically a sheer rock wall. The top of this wall's um 30, maybe 40 feet up. Um, anything guys, anything you guys want to do with this wall or this cliff?
The tracks just lead straight up to a cliff and then kind of disappear.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is there a looking left or right? Is there a path that might go up the cliff so we don't have to climb?
Give me a perception check real quick. Not that you see.
Boy. Does anybody else have any ideas? If I could talk to this rock, I would totally charm and connive my way into telling it to allow us to get up to the top, but strength is not my strong suit.
Do we see a way? Do we see a way around them, Big Brock?
There's no obvious signs of a way around.
How tall was the rock again?
Um, I said 30 to 40, so let's compromise and say 35.
Okay. Sorry, I got interrupted, so I lost a little of that. Let's try. I'll try touching the rock. Oh, and by the way, I've replaced my weapon with one of the short swords I'm carrying, so I have at least something. And I'll have put my shield on.
Okay, that sounds good. And what were you wanting to do?
And I will see if the rock is actually a solid rock.
Okay, how do you do that?
I poke it with my sword.
Pardon that. Pardon me. Um. Okay, you poke at it with your sword, and I mean, you've touched things, rocks with your sword before. You expect it to clink, stop, and maybe make a um
Spark or two?
yeah, something like that. That's not what happens. Um, First of all, you do meet resistance, but it's minimal. It's kind of like pushing hmm, pushing a knife or spoon or something into Jello. You can feel the resistance, but it separates pretty easily.
Alright, I will. Cast Detect Good and Evil to see if it. Some type of being or something's around me.
Okay. Okay, you detect. Isn't that essentially the same thing as your divine sense? I mean, I think it hits a wider range of things, or detects a wider range of things, but it just seems like they do the same thing.
Defined sense looks like it's more, from what it says there, just more of an evil presence.
Not necessarily.
What's that?
Divine sense, not necessarily. It just, I think it's any celestial, fiend, or undead. Undead could be good or bad. Fiend could be good or bad. Celestial could be good or bad. It just lets you know that you have those three, any one of those three in 60 feet of you, versus detect evil and good, which is within 30 feet of you, gives you more creature types. And then, yeah, the consecrated or desecrated is the same.
Yeah, because I get Fey, Aberration, and Elemental with Detect Good and Evil, along with Celestial and Fiend and Undead.
Okay. Well, so you detect. Let's see, what was the range on that? Uh,
30.
30 feet. You detect two Fey, signatures directly. Say about 15 feet directly in front of you.
Sorry, say that again. I was reading the bottom of Divine Sense.
Yeah.
I said that you detect two Fey signatures
Yeah.
about 15 feet directly in front of you.
I'll look back over my shoulder and say, "We got some Fays on the other side of this strange rock," and I'll poke the rock again. This time I'll push deeper.
The sword keeps going.
Now, can I move it back and forth, or does it seem to be like stuck there? Can I remove the sword as well?
Yeah. It's just you've got this very slight resistance, and it doesn't seem to affect the the rock in the wall any. But yeah, it's just like stirring a pot of mashed potatoes with your sword. It's just there's that resistance, but it's not drastic. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I'll say, all right, get ready. I'll put my shield up, and I'll kind of use my shield as a way of pushing through, and I'll see if I can walk through the barrier.
Okay. Um, your shield having a whole lot wider surface than the edge of the blade is a bit more difficult to get in. Okay. Okay, so the surface of the shield meets a much greater resistance. Um, Makes it a little difficult to push through. Are you still gonna force it, or?
I'm not going to force it. I'm going to try to carve a walkway through it instead. Since I can't push through, I'm going to use my sword to like cut a tunnel-ish type thing. See if I can carve a hole out of it.
Okay. Um. Okay. As you attempt to carve through this thing with your sword, um, it seems to the blade seems to move um with ease. I mean, you've definitely got that resistance, but it's not limiting your blade any. Um. Hmm. Okay, nothing. You've definitely got that resistance, but it's not like disappearing. It's not like cutting away. It's not really affecting what you're seeing, basically.
It's resealing itself as soon as the sword passes.
Basically, yeah.
I'll pull the sword out, turn around. Any other bright ideas?
How big is this thing lengthwise?
The rock itself,
Yeah.
um, it goes off into the distance both directions. So it's pretty big.
So probably no way to walk around it, huh?
Probably not. It's definitely a pretty large land fixture here.
And since we're on the same trail that we walked into this place, something's happened between then and now. Anybody got some climbing gear?
Okay.
50 foot of rope.
Never mind.
You said that there are 2 people in there.
2 Fae in front of me, about 15 feet.
I will say, excuse me. My apologies for bothering you. I cannot see you. But my friend here senses you. Would you mind, please, too terribly much, stepping out of this contraption that you have so that we may speak of some missing items of ours? If we get them back, we do not mean you any harm. We will not harm you in any way. We just need our items back so that we can continue on our journey.
The gist of what you asked was that you want your stuff back. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, we want our stuff back, and that we don't want to harm them if they would come out peacefully and give us our stuff back.
Okay. How long are you guys wait. What language are you saying this in, Valakhad?
I would start with common, probably. And then Dwarvish. And then Quarry. And lastly, Celestial, if we get to that point.
Okay. Okay. They don't seem to be responding to you, Valakhad. Anyone who's interested is welcome to give me a Arcana check. Okay, Reardon,
Yes.
with your lucky ass nat 20. Man, you've had, what, like, 3 nat 20s and 3 nat 1s today? You just getting all the extremes today on your dice.
Hey. Yeah, but then all of a sudden I get all these nines and fall asleep.
Okay, you realize that if you can, um, put a sword through it, you'd probably be able to put yourself through it. And the only reason that the sword or the shield didn't work is because he didn't push hard enough.
Then I will proceed to sit there or walk toward it and slowly enter.
Okay. Kind of put your hand up against it, and feels like stone surface. You start pressing against it, and it just kind of slowly pushes away behind your hand, and your hand sinks into the material, and it's covered up from the outside. And after pushing against it, your arm slides in, and you take a step forward, and you slowly slide in, and it it's letting you through.
I'll keep walking.
Okay.
So
Just you watch as Reardon just slowly disappears through the surface of this hall, or this rock. He just disappears through it.
Ah! I'll go and grab the reins of my mount and follow.
Okay. Your mount is very hesitant about going through this thing. Give me an animal handling check. Yeah, he's not too eager to go through this thing. You could push him. Could, basically tell him to, if you wanted to. I mean, you do have control over him as, the one who summoned him. But that is up to you.
I'm gonna tell him to get his ass moving. Shit, it scared me.
Me too.
Move it.
You tell him to do what now?
I tell him to follow, move.
Okay, so you basically insist.
Yeah.
Okie doke. He follows you through.
What do we see?
You come through to the other side. For you, it is very, very dark. Reardon, you see a cavern. It's probably 20 feet wide by 15 feet tall, and maybe 20 feet deep. Um, one corner there's a fairly good sized pile of items. Um, and in the middle of this little cavern, whatever you want to call it, there's a small um, puddle, probably about 3 feet around. And you can see two very small humanoids sitting next to a very small fire. These humanoids are probably
Do they notice us?
yeah, it's rather obvious that you guys walked in.
Okay.
Um, these humanoids are probably about um 15 to 18 inches tall, if they were to stand up, and they are very slight of build. They look like they might actually blow away in the wind.
I'll
I
put
figured
my
that's what it was going to be. Right from the get-go, it's the same ones from frickin'
Marguerite. I had fun with them, and you guys had fun with them, so I figured I'd bring them back.
oh, I'll put my palm up facing them and say hi, and we mean you no harm, and in common. And then
In
I'll repeat it in Elvish.
in common, and what's the other one?
In Elvish,
Elvish.
yes.
Um. At first, they don't seem to respond. They're just watching you. Um. But when you speak in Elvish, they kind of look at you confused for a moment. And the larger of the two kind of takes a step or two forward, and he's got this weapon drawn, and for him, it looks like a pretty decent sized weapon. For you, it's a toothpick. It basically looks like a metal toothpick.
Toothpick will put your eye out.
Okay.
So, is he
Um.
acting aggressive?
No, he's holding it down by his side. He's not pointing it at you at this point. But
Okay.
he takes a couple steps forward, which, that's a hole of like 3 inches. Um. And at that point, um, Valakhad, Baron, and Aramil come in behind you, and Valakhad casts light apparently, so it lights up the room, so everyone can see everything now. Um, okay, so this larger of the two steps forward, and kind of points at you. Um, Reardon,
Uh-huh.
and says something in Elvish, but it's very broken. Um, it's almost like someone trying to speak Italian by understanding Spanish. There are commonalities between whatever language he is trying to speak, or whatever language he speaks, and the Elven language, but it's not quite the same. So
Hmm.
you probably get the gist, but it's not very articulate.
I'll turn around and ask if anybody understood what the little feller said.
Okay. He's gonna say to you, um, what is he gonna say to you?
Will you help me up out of this hole?
Um, and his voice is like really high and squeaky. Um, why you why you come in? Why you come in home?
Hmm.
Leave home, not your home.
We're returning from, I can't remember the name of the place that we just left,
Alston,
Alston, and going back to
Corton.
Corden. That's what we're doing. Seems he understands Elvish, so I said it in Elvish. And then I turned around and commented and told the group what I said and what he said.
Do we see our weapons?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the glowing of my scimitars around.
Give me perception checks. Um, back at you, Reardon. He says, "This my home. This, not Austin, not Corton. My home."
In Elvish, I'll tell him we apologize. This was a trail that we took to get to Austin. And so we're returning this way. We did not mean to disturb you in your home. We're more than happy to continue on and leave you in peace.
Mm, let's see. Durkar. In the corner, you do see, um, in the corner with all the other stuff. You do see both your sword and Valakhad's trident. Well, actually, you see all of your equipment, all the party's weapons. Was it 20? Yeah, you see it all.
Uh-huh.
And where's the pile according when these two brownie-like looking things?
These things are about 5 feet directly in front of you guys. Well, in front of Reardon. And the pile is 15 feet or so, kind of off to the right. It's kind of diagonal, 15 feet from you, approximately.
All right, I'll look over at Valakhad and tap my head. Hopefully he gets what I'm
I
talking
will reach out with Mind Link.
about, and I will allow it through. And I'll tell him our weapons are in the pile over on that side over there. They do have them.
I will say,
That way it doesn't come over as in if they hear that I've noticed. I'm trying to keep it a secret.
I'll say thank you, and I will look over towards the pile and look back over at the tiny little things, and I will Mind Link with them, or with the little leader dude.
Okay.
In his mind, you will hear, "We have come to reclaim that which is ours, that you have taken."
I was going to be more diplomatic and say, "Oh, look, you found our equipment. Thank you very much." And go over and pick it up. Your way works too. I hope. I think I've run into these creatures before somewhere.
You guys, in Margrave game, you guys ran into these creatures while I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. So Reardon, you're trying to say, "Oh, look, you guys found our weapons." And what was it you said, Valakhad? I didn't quite catch it all.
I said, "We have come to claim our weapons that you have seemingly taken," or something along that lines. I'll look back over at the pile and look back over at the dude. And according to this, as we don't have to share a language for them to understand my telepathic utterances.
Okay. Um. Hmm. Um. Okay, as you connect with your mind link to this little creature, it's going to backpedal, stumbling back against his friend. And it's going to look at you with eyes wide with shock as you say what you say. I wonder. Okay then. That solves that problem. Um. Let's see. Hmm. This isn't working. So I'm trying to look for a specific word here in a translator, and it's not working. Okay. Okay. He's going to um the larger one is going to. And I just realized that all of that whole description muted. Damn it. Um. Okay. The larger one kind of takes several steps back, staring at you wide-eyed. Valakhad, as you um, and then it kind of whispers out, Yari Shaw. At which point, the smaller one looks back and forth between him and then at you, and then back at him, and back at you. And the larger one drops to his knees and starts to bow to you. And then the smaller one gets up onto his knees and starts to bow to you. And they keep repeating Yari Shaw, Yari Shaw.
I'm guessing I do not know what Yarisha means.
I have no idea what Joshua means.
You do not. I mean, you're welcome to take a guess if you'd like.
And I've got to,
Well, you
out
think
of character, I've got to guess, but
some kind of deity,
yeah.
but while they're sitting there bowing, okay, I will suggest that you all pick up your gear.
I will. It's a dick move, but oh well. Again, in the leader's head, I will say, we will grab our equipment and no more. In return, I leave you with a drink. And I will leave a tincture, a sleep tincture with them.
Okay. A full size one?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll pick up my equipment and my gear and I'll say to them, okay, we thank you for securing and protecting our equipment. Your services have been most appreciative.
Okay. As you
As I set down the tincture, I will cast light. As I'm grabbing the tincture and setting it down, I will cast light on the tincture as I put it down.
That's just wrong.
So tincture will glow with the heavenly light, and I will bow as we make our way out of the gelatin rock.
Okay. Reardon, as you are speaking, saying what you're saying, they begin to start to bow to you as well, and then um, Valakhad puts the tincture down, and they um, look at it wide-eyed and with reverence as you guys make your way out of the um, weird wall thingy.
Before I exit out while I'm walking out, I'm going to take one of the mushrooms out of my pocket and do that right next to the tincture.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh God.
I'll get all that.
Just my tincture will. My tincture's freaking for my size person will knock me out for 8 hours. So I would imagine like if they split that, they're probably out for like 20 hours.
Well,
But then on top of that, hallucinating, oh, sweet, we have 5 mushrooms each. We can eat 5 mushrooms each. Oh crap!
yeah, they're gonna.
They're not following us anytime soon, that's for sure.
No, they're not. They're not.
Not think much on that mushroom lady.
And then I'll tell my mount to leave again, so he walks through the square.
Okay, that was.
From Sonic? From Sonic? Yeah. And why did you tell her you didn't want anything?
Okay. So you guys leave the um cavern area, and what are you doing with from there? I mean,
Following the trail.
okay, you're gonna go back, follow the trail back to campsite.
I would imagine so.
Okay. Um, get back to the campsite. At this point, it's 10:30 or so in the morning. So you haven't lost too much time. You what do you guys want to do? You want to head out or?
I'd say we keep going
Me
the
too.
direction we need to go. Get back on track. 'Cause we're already behind.
Okay. Um. Oh, it is 10 o'clock. Reardon, are you good to keep going, or do you need to log?
No, I gotta take medication.
Okay, then we'll pick it up next week. I hope I wasn't too distracted or whatever for this session tonight. Um, yeah. I hope it turned out okay, guys.
It was good.
We stoned some brownies, so we're good.
It definitely felt like it ended better than it started, that's for sure.
Maybe you ought to find a lot of those mushrooms. They only come up to somebody who gives a hard time. We just feed them one.
I can make
He'll
them.
go,
Right.
he'll go off chasing the daisies.
These were arena, right?
These what?
These guys were arenas, right?
No, they were quicklings.
Gotcha.
Well, we need to mark that area, okay? So we know that those guys are there.
Yeah, if we went further east, where were they?
um, let's say that little clearing right there.
Oh, okay. It's not too far from where we can be. Yeah. And on the weary travelers march, leaving stoned creatures behind. In all the hopes they have wonderful and hallucinatory dreams.
12 days later, they come out of the hole.
So emaciated, it's like they can barely walk.
Oh, don't forget that the mushrooms do nourish them.
It does. Only if you only eat one. Well, I guess you get one per, right? Yeah, you get one hit point per mushroom.
All right. Y'all remember I won't be here next. Well, I'll be able to play next Friday.
Yes.
I'll be under anesthesia.
That might be kind of fun.
Hey, just like the.
That's a little better than mushrooms.
I don't know, because then you wouldn't be feeling anything. So mushrooms, at least you can watch something.
Well, they tell me that I have dreams while I'm under, so I must be seeing something. All right, guys, you have a good night.
You too.
Enjoy. Good week.
You too.